Okay. All right, motivational movement. Let's talk about that. First, let me give you an introduction about me. My name is Simmons. I'm a senior here at Buffalo State. I study religion and philosophy as an individualized studies major. I've been giving speeches a little over a year now. Been Atlanta, New York City, been to, Ohio, different places. Usually I give speeches incorporating other people's thoughts, like talk about this for us, but include yourself in it. Or talk about this for us, but include yourself in it. I never really get a chance to just include myself. I never get that chance. So, and everybody say, oh, I know your story, I heard your story was crazy, I heard your life was crazy, but now I feel like I'm gonna give you the real story of Jake Simmons. And the reason why is because, not because I want sympathy or for you to feel any type of sadness for me or anything like that, but so you can have a greater respect for me. So you can understand, and a great respect for yourself. You can understand that if he can do it, or do anything he did, and go through and make it to where he at today, I can do it. I've been to the bottom of the bottom. Trust me, when you hear these things, I'm gonna give you the raw, uncut life of me. And the second thing, there's a documentary coming out of my life. Because it got published in the newspaper, somebody decided that, this is a significant story. Let's make a documentary of this young man's life and show and give it to teenagers, adults, anybody that's out there willing to listen. So, let me begin. Motivational movement. It's a company that I started myself. I was thinking one day, like, man, how do I reach the people? How do I get people to understand that I want to inspire you? I want you to understand that if you want to succeed in life, somebody has to inspire you, but internally you have to be motivated. And anything that ever been changed, civil rights movement, civil war, anything, any type of thing, it took a collaborative of people, different kind of people. That's the purpose of a motivational movement. It means I'm going to get me and a whole bunch of other people that has a story that's willing to tell their story together, and we'll go around and we're going to talk about it and inspire others to go ahead on and do things that they're willing to do, that they really want to do, and not make excuses. That's the movement. Next slide. Table of content. This is what we're going to do today. Beginning at age 7, that's when it all started, when I was 7 years old. Abuse of my stepfather. It's going to get tough, but if you can bear with me, you'll understand the purpose of why I'm telling you these things. The caretaker of my siblings, which is me. Death of my mother in high school, go hand in hand. The grief of my mother, what I went through that process. My car accident, how I left me paralyzed, and how I'm here standing today. Importance of basketball as an outlet, how it got me where I'm at. Overcoming hardships and struggles. Keys, what I think are keys to success. And then Buffalo State pretty much giving me my second chance at life. You ready for that? That's me at 7 years old. That's me at 7. I wore a bow tie today to prove to you that I've been wearing bow ties for a long time. Alright? Nothing new. Okay? Right, 7 years old. I have long hair too. I'm mixed, I'm half black and half Puerto Rican. So that's me right there. But anyways, 7 years old. That face was innocent, right? You couldn't tell. I ain't had no facial hair. I was young. But at 7 years old is when I was called upon from either God, Buddha, Jehovah, whatever you want to call it, any kind of spiritual, anything, I don't care what it is. Somebody called on me and told me that today is the day you become a man. I had to become a man at 7 years old. To some of y'all are like, man, how do you become a man at 7 years old? Well, I'm going to tell you. 7 years old, the first thing that made me become a man was my mother. She had a baby, my little brother, he's 7 years younger than me. He was born. Maybe 3 months after he was born, she came home. When she came home, she found out that she had diabetes. I don't know which one is worse, type 1 or type 2. Whatever one was the worst one. She came home, and this is how she found out she had diabetes. One day, she started having seizures, shaking, foaming at the mouth. She was on the ground, shaking really hard, not controlling herself. She could not, she was just vibrating, and her body was really going, it was just going all over the place. I didn't know what to do. My stepfather, I don't know where he was at, but I didn't know what to do. So I was a man at the time, because he wasn't there when she first had the seizure. I called the ambulance, they came and got her, took her to the hospital. She was in there for about maybe a week or so. Came home. We're hanging out, and I don't know, doctors probably didn't properly give her the information she needed as far as the medicine, but they gave her insulin. And back in those days, it was like, I don't know, early 90s, they didn't have the pouch where you can just get the insulin shot and you can just keep on going about your day. You had to get a syringe, a little bottle like this, 2 bottles actually, an RN, which is different kind of sugar, and you take the insulin, you suck it out with the needle, and then stick it in the hip or the arm. When my mother first had her first incident, outside the first one she had was in the hospital, after she had her medicine, she was there. She didn't know, she overslept. I guess she got to take medicine at a certain time. She overslept. When she was sleeping, she woke up, started convulsing, and another seizure, shaking, foaming at the mouth again. This time her spit was really white, eyes rolled back of her head, everything was just going wrong. And then somehow, I don't know what happened, she kind of calmed down a little bit after the seizure over like a minute. It was like, last about a minute, but it seemed like a lifetime because she was shaking really hard, and her head hit the floor, all kind of stuff. She fell off the bed because she was shaking so hard. She told me, Junior, that's what they called me as a kid, Junior, can you please, real sluggish though, get my medicine. I said, Ma, I don't know how to do this, what you want me to do? She said, get my medicine, and I'm gonna walk you through it. I said, okay. At that moment, I could have easily said, no, let me call the ambulance, let me call the doctor, let me call somebody, let somebody else do this besides me. But I said, you know what, I'm gonna take it in my hands and I'm gonna do it. I went to the kitchen, got her insulin needles, got her liquid. She had RN, it was 2 different kinds. One was white, one was clear. Got the needle, and she said, okay, well, I need certain milligrams for this much, certain milligrams for this much. I said, okay, but I don't know how to do that. She said, just stick the needle in the hole and pull it out. I said, well, Mom, what if I don't take enough out? What if I take too much out? She said, listen, son, all I need you to do is not make sure there's an air bubble in this thing because you can kill you. As soon as she said that, I started crying. Dropped the needle. I said, Mom, I'm not about to kill you. I'm sorry, I can't do this. She said, please, just do it. Find it in you to do it. If you love me, you will do it. Pick the needle back up, took the syringe, I measured a certain amount of cc's out, of milligrams of both liquids. She told me, stick it in her arm, get an alcohol pack, stick it in my arm. I stuck it in her arm, maybe a minute, probably took maybe 2 or 3 minutes actually. It started working immediately. She started feeling a lot better. Her eyesight started coming back. You know, everything was good. I wiped her face and everything. She got back in the bed. Her strength came back. It was like I don't know what it was, but it was like some super medicine. Like it just helped her out that good. But see, the thing is, you gotta take your medicine before all that happens. You take it when it happens, it can be deadly. Or after it happens, it can be deadly. So, as a young man, I did that. I gave her an insulin shot. And that was the first day I realized I was something special. Not necessarily like something special as far as, oh, I'm gonna be the best superstar in the world. Something special like, my bond with my mother was all I had. And if I can go outside my fears to be there for her, then I knew I had something special in me. Because I knew I had unconditional love for my mother. And that was the first time I became a man. My brothers and sisters right there. One of them wasn't in this picture. This picture was recently, maybe like, I don't know, a month ago. But the other one, he's in jail right now, or prison right now for a charge. He didn't have no business doing, but he did it. So he's in prison. But those are them